I was supposed to die that night. I still remember how normal everything felt before it happened. The air was calm, the road was quiet. We were laughing about something stupid, the kind of conversation you forget 5 minutes later. That is the most terrifying part of survival stories. Nothing warns you. Nothing prepares you. The car slowed down when we noticed headlights behind us flashing aggressively. We assumed it was road rage or someone in a hurry. We were wrong. 2 men stepped out when we pulled over. Their faces were calm. Too calm. One of them smiled. That smile still visits me in my dreams. They had knives. They spoke softly, like this was routine, like we were groceries being loaded into a cart. My friend tried to scream. She never finished the sound. I was shoved into the back seat. She was forced into the trunk. The lid slammed shut, and with it, the last piece of my old life disappeared. The drive felt endless. Every turn made my heart sink deeper. I kept thinking someone would notice us. A passing car, a police cruiser, anyone. No one came. When the car finally stopped, the silence was worse than the engine noise. They pulled my friend out first. I could hear her crying, begging, promising anything. I tried to move, to fight, but a knife pressed against my ribs reminded me how fragile I was. I will not describe what they did to her in detail. Some things do not need words. I only remember the sound stopping. Then they turned to me. I fought. Not bravely, not heroically. I fought like an animal trapped in a corner. I scratched, kicked, screamed. That only made them angry. Pain exploded across my body. Something sharp tore through my skin. Warmth ran down my side. The ground rushed up to meet me. They thought I was dead. I remember hearing the car doors close, the engine starting, tires on gravel, and then nothing but night. For a long time, I did not move. Shock wrapped around me like a blanket, thick, heavy, comforting in a dangerous way. My body wanted to sleep, to drift, to let go. But somewhere deep inside, quieter than fear, a thought repeated itself. If I stay here, I will die. So I moved. At first, it was only my fingers digging into dirt, then my elbows. My legs refused to work. Pain screamed every time I tried. Blood soaked my clothes and made the ground slick beneath me. I crawled. There was no direction, no plan, just movement. Forward meant alive. Stillness meant death. The night was freezing. Each breath burned my lungs. My vision blurred in and out, the world narrowing into a tunnel of darkness and pain. Sometimes I thought I heard voices. Sometimes I thought I saw lights that vanished when I blinked. I thought about my friend. I told myself that if one of us could survive, it had to be me. Someone had to remember her. Someone had to speak her name out loud again. Minutes stretched into hours, or maybe it was seconds. Time stopped behaving normally. My body felt distant, like it belonged to someone else. I was no longer a person. I was a will dragging flesh behind it. Then I saw light. It was faint, small, almost unreal. But it moved. Headlights. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. My throat was raw, my mouth dry. I lifted my arm. It fell back down. I gathered everything I had left and did it again. My fingers twitched. The car slowed. I remember faces leaning over me, voices overlapping, hands touching my shoulders. Someone kept saying, "Stay with me, stay with me." I wanted to tell them I was trying. The hospital lights were blinding, cold. The smell of antiseptic filled my nose. Doctors moved quickly. I heard words like critical and blood loss. Then everything faded again. When I woke up, it was daytime. Machines beeped softly beside me. My body felt heavy, stitched together with pain. A police officer stood near the bed. He told me I was safe now. He told me they had found my friend. I survived. That fact feels strange to say even now. Recovery was not a straight line. Some days I felt strong. Other days I could not leave my bed. Nightmares followed me relentlessly. Loud noises made my heart race. Smiles from strangers felt threatening. But I was alive. Scars map my body like reminders. They are ugly, they are permanent, but they are proof. I tell this story not because it is easy, but because it matters. Survival is not always dramatic or clean. Sometimes it is slow. Sometimes it is crawling through dirt while bleeding and afraid and alone. Sometimes survival is choosing to move when everything inside you is begging to stop. And sometimes surviving is the loudest way to say that what was done to you did not win.
If you want to hear the full story, subscribe to the channel and watch more stories.